It's haul time. Hello fellow yarn lovers, welcome back to the craft room and welcome to the turkey vlog haul. If you've not yet seen the turkey vlog, it's linked down below. There's also a Yarn Travels playlist on my channel so you can explore that. I think I've got Yarndale on there. But anyway, in this video we're going to talk about the 149 balls of yarn I bought, and I didn't get stopped at customs, thank God for that. I got things like Nacco, lots of Nacco, I got a lot of yarn art, and I got some random finds as well. So I did have to film this in two parts because I got extremely poorly. Like, I basically filmed half of it, got really poorly, and then I filmed the rest of it because there was so much yarn, honestly. I couldn't just do it in one sitting. I would have been there for about 3 hours. But yeah, so like hopefully you enjoy this. If you've got any questions, just pop them down below. Any comments are appreciated. Any thumbs ups, really appreciated. And if you want to subscribe, I mean, what do you think I'm going to do with all this yarn? Of course I'm going to make tutorials. Of course I'm going to share it with you. So get subscribed and just see the magic that happens on this channel. So without further ado, I'm going to shoot you back off to past me and we're going to get this haul underway. Enjoy. This is the fun bit. Okay, so we're going to talk numbers, we're going to talk yarn, I'm going to show you everything that I bought. I've got, this is just raring to go, this one. This one wants to be a cardigan. It will be. In Tahira Cutchahan, which is just down from the Grand Bazaar, I bought 10 balls of Nacco. So like there's 5 shops downstairs. Fabulous shops. The one right in the corner stocks mainly all Nacco. Okay, so this here is oh my god, it's so soft. It's Nacco Lux Minos. Okay, so these were 50 Turkish lira each. Okay, so if you want to convert, because Turkish lira is going up and down all the time, so the pound value that I give you for this is what it is currently. Okay, the Turkish lira has been on a bit of a downward spiral, unfortunately, because of, you know, the economy's a little bit shit at the minute. But yeah, so these were 50 Turkish lira each, which in the UK currently in pounds is £1.28. So I'm guessing that's probably around about like $1.50-ish. Don't quote me on that because I'm just pulling figures out of my arse at the minute. But yeah, 50 Turkish lira, like turn that into your currency by using Google or whatnot. If I want to buy this in the UK, this beautiful squishy neon coral yarn, this would be £3.50 a ball. So what I've done is when I've got back, I've gone through, I've got like literally, I've got everything here. I've just caught another ball of yarn on my legs. So I've got everything written down. Okay, so you're going to get the street value of the yarn. Sounds like drugs. You'll get the street value and you'll get the what I paid for it, and how much I saved basically overall. So yes, £3.50 each if I wanted to buy this in the UK. I bought 10, so I spent £12.82. If I was going to buy this in the UK, this would have cost me £35 for 10, okay, which is ridiculous. But it is what it is. So yes, if when I make myself a cardigan, the whole cardigan will have cost me £12.82 if I use all of the yarn. So yes, fabulous, love this. This is probably one of my favourite colours ever of yarn. It will go, look at this, now I have 2 neon things. I need to get more neon yarn, it's fabulous. Anyway, right, so the second lot of yarn that I bought, I got 11 balls of this. This stuff is Madame Tricot or Orin Bayan Dora. So I think you can buy this in the UK. It's usually in the most random of shops. But I was drawn to this because it's like a sheeny kind of pink on it. It looks anti-pilling. It kind of has like, it's weird, it has like a nice sheen. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but can you see? I can't explain it. I just was walking past the shop and like a magpie, it caught my eye. So I paid for 10 of these and one of them was thrown in as like a little goodwill gesture because my other half is the king of bargaining. Then he just, you know, he just plonked this and went, this one will be free. And the man was like, yeah, okay. So yeah, 11 of these. So I paid 25 Turkish lira each for these. These bad boys are 250 meters. And they are very soft. It's a 3 weight, so yeah, these bit 64 pence. Okay, so basically like $1-ish, less than $1 for 250 meters of this fabulous yarn that looks a little bit magical. So yeah, it feels like any other kind of DK. It's probably a bit less squishy than Stylecraft. It's a bit thinner, so it'll probably have a better drape to it when I make something wearable because, you know, I'm obsessed with making cardigans. So yeah, that's the second lot of yarn that I bought. Let me just chuck it down there. Okay, so the third lot of yarn, this was bought upstairs, by the way. So there's a shop that has this brand and every single colour of the rainbow imaginable. I nearly bought the white one, the white sheeny pearly one. I think I should have, damn it. But yeah, so every colour imaginable, and it's upstairs in Tahira Cutchahan. Right, so staying upstairs, the third thing that I bought was this. Okay, so this is like an amigurumi yarn. It's like thick amigurumi. I bought it because I was just having a Bet Lynch moment. For those of you that don't know who Bet Lynch is, there's a TV program in the UK called Coronation Street, and this woman just used to wear leopard print in the 70s or 80s in Coronation Street, and everyone refers to, well, millennials and like Gen Xers and boomers will refer to anything leopard print as like Bet Lynch. So yeah, I got 3 of these. These were 50 Turkish lira each, which is roughly like £1.28. If I want any kind, like any colour, doesn't matter what colour it is, this kind of yarn in the UK is basically like £3.50 to £4. I don't know what prices you would pay for this kind of yarn in America, but this stuff is not cheap. Okay, so I've paid basically £1.30-ish for this. So I've saved myself like a good little bit of money there, because it was, let's have a look in there, more very good. Oh yeah, I paid basically £3.84 for this. Yeah, so £3.84 for these, and that's the price of one of them in the UK. Multiple shops had amigurumi yarn. Okay, I didn't buy more amigurumi yarn because I'm not really a teddy crochet kind of person, or like whatever you make with this type of yarn, I don't make it. I just bought it because it just spoke to me. So yeah, this kind of yarn in all the different colours of the rainbow, in pretty much like, you could, wherever you turned, you could see this type of yarn. It was in the Asian side, it was in Kudakoi, it was in the European side, it was in, you know, Terry Kuchahan. So yeah, this kind of yarn, the cheapest that I saw this type of yarn, which still felt really good quality, was 40 Turkish lira, which basically is £1. Okay, so it's like $1, like is it $1 like 20 or something around there. So $1.20 or £1 a ball for this kind of thing. The most expensive I'd seen it was probably around about 60 Turkish lira, which is like £1.50-ish. So, you know, use Google, go figure. But if you were planning to fly to Istanbul to buy amigurumi yarn, like, you literally are getting, like, it's a quarter of the price over there. So you can't go wrong. It's fabulous. It's really soft. It's comparable to the stuff that I've got up there, because I did buy like 2 or 3 balls of it when I was like, I could make a scarf from this, and then I just never got around to it. So I can make a scarf for this. Hopefully I'll get round to it. I'll probably turn it into a TikTok and be like, here's my Bet Lynch scarf. But yeah, so happy with that. It spoke to me. I wanted it, you know, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Right, moving on. Right, so staying upstairs in Terry Kuchahan. Now I need to get used to saying that and not butchering the words. So staying upstairs, I went to the shop that has everything yarn art, okay? So when you think of yarn art, you might think of alpaca flowers, okay? This stuff is £10 in the UK. I paid 160 Turkish liras for this, which is roughly £4.10. If you want to change 160 Turkish liras into your currency, go for it. That's what it would cost you. This here is 20% alpaca, 80% acrylic, and it is 940 metres. It is 1027.98 yards. Okay, so this stuff, like, literally £4. So I've saved £6 by buying it in Turkey. I've literally saved myself, like, you know, almost a Big Mac meal of that. Oh, I could just eat a Big Mac right now. Anyway, yeah, so like, chuffed with this. Love the colourway. This is going to be for a gift. I might vlog making gifts. My other half's going to visit his family. I can't get time off work because, you know, teachers can't get term time off, unfortunately. Okay, I will do a tutorial on this. I've just developed it in my head and I'm just putting it together. But this is literally, like, I cannot do anything on my own. This is both Chloe and Sneaky watching this stitch for stitch. They also really like to watch the yarn come out of the ball. Anyway, I only bought one of these balls from Turkey, so, and this is a gift which has to be finished like either today or at the latest tomorrow. So when I do my tutorial for this shawl, then I will, like, I might just buy another one, to be honest, because, like, I'm working it up and it's like, I want one myself. So I'll just buy another Yarn Art Flowers alpaca, probably in pink and purple and stuff, and I will do a tutorial on this. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you, like, what I put up with. Ignore my bike, I'm trying to get fit. Yeah, this is what I put up with whenever I'm trying to crochet on the sofa. You two judging every single stitch. I don't know if I can quite fit this in the shot, but this is how that alpaca cake worked up. So for this shawl, I literally just I just made this up as I went along. I just did a 4-row repeat. I started off trying to follow a pattern, but it didn't work. So I just literally did a 4-row repeat, and then for the end, I just kind of made that up as I went along. What did I do? I think I did, like, these are like 8 double crochets, and then I, like, like skipped 2 and then did 8 double crochets, then skipped 2, then 8 double crochets, and then I just single crocheted all the way back along. And yeah, this took 3 days, but it's so worth it. It's really pretty, and might make one for myself at a later date, but I would like to make one in like the pink colours. So yeah, that's what I made. I can't fit this whole thing in shot. There it is. There's the shawl on my bed, which I just threw back the granny covers to like, so you could see the actual like, you know, just the pattern of this and not be distracted by the granny duvet cover. But yeah, really pleased with this. Nice yarn, lovely to work with, and it was so cheap from Istanbul. Right, so yes, alpaca's fabulous. Right, so next one. I got Yarn Art Flowers. Okay, so Yarn Art Flowers. I'm just going to keep it in the packet because it's going to sit on the shelf. I'm not going to use it for a while. I don't want it to get dusty. But you can see the colourway here. So it goes from like black down to purple to pink, and then it goes a little bit white in the middle. So absolutely chuffed with this. This is usually like, this is about £10 in the UK, this stuff. So like this would have cost me around about £18 to £20 for these two. Some places it's 9, some places it's 10. This was 160 Turkish lira, which means they were £4.10 each on that given day. That was the exchange rate. So basically I've saved myself a tenner by buying 2 of these in Turkey. So, you know, the savings are starting to mount up now. So that's Yarn Art Flowers. I think it's like 1,000 meters if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's 1,000 meters, it's 250 grams, so there's 500 odd grams of this, and I think it takes 2 of them to like make a top or something. So yeah, let's I could probably use that in some kind of tutorial, maybe for a summertime crocheted hexagon cardigan of some sort. But yeah, really pleased with that, because I've wanted to try some of this, but I just begrudged spending £10 per ball on this, or per skein on this. Right, so sticking to this yarn art shop, which is in one of the corners upstairs near the Grand Bazaar one, I got, right, so I've got a fair few of these, so I'm just going to get one out to show you. I got, oh my god, more Yarn Art Heritage. Okay, so look at this, like, it's just fabulous, like all these colours. So Yarn Art Heritage, it was 30 Turkish liras per ball. For this colourway I got 14 of these. So these 77 pence each. Okay, so 30 Turkish lira on that given day with the exchange rate was 77 pence. It is, I mean, this is colour 340. Apparently it takes 500 grams to make a jumper. I was planning on making like a scarf with sleeves with this, like some kind of really cool scarf, but one that has sleeves that wraps around you. So that's what I was going to do with this. I'm not sure on the kind of stitch I want to use, something that shows off like all these beautiful like variations that run through it. So this is 75% acrylic, 25% wool. It says made in Turkey, Dem Iplik Textile Limited. I don't know, I tried to find if I could go to any of the like the yarn factories whilst I was in Turkey, because you know, amongst us crocheters and knitters, there's a conspiracy theory that all the yarn's made in the same place, and I was going to try and like have a look into that, but like obviously I couldn't find anything, and I have like back knack and stuff, so I couldn't get very far. But anyway, right, this is 50 grams, it is 125 meters, so 125 times 14 is something I'm not going to do in my head, but that's how much I've got of this, so I was really pleased with that. But in the same shop right next to each other I got some Yarn Art Allegro. So I was drawn to this colour because I feel like this would make a really nice blanket. It's kind of like, it's got a nice squish to it, it's a bit like, it's got a halo, it's got a fuzz, nice and squishy. It smells fresh, oh my god, oh, it just smells like pure yarn shop. Oh, if I could bottle that and wear it, that'd be nice. I'm sure I've heard Bag A Day Crochet say that as well. But anyway, yeah, Crystal, I agree with you, we should do that. We should make some bottled yarn fragrance and sell it. So this also was 30 Turkish lira, which is 77 pence with the current exchange rate. I bought 20 of these, so that cost me £15.38. If I wanted to buy this one, or if I wanted to buy the previous one, which was this one, so these are anywhere between like £2 to £2.50. So if I've got like 34 balls of all of these yarns together, 34 times £2, it's about 64 quid. I have spent like £25 on like these, so I've literally saved 40 freaking ish quid on these. So that is like, that's a steal. Yeah, that's literally one of the nights in the hotel paid for by the saving of just these balls of yarn. So yeah, that's what I got there. Let me just check, did I get anything else from that shop? I don't think I did. There's one more place where I went. So there's another shop that sold pure Nacco stuff. I got this is Nacco Sport. I got this, I'm going to make a scarf for somebody. So this is to make that scarf. This was 40 Turkish lira each. So altogether 2 of these cost me £2.05. If I want to buy this in the UK, on average it was £3.26 when I was looking online. So that's like that's a decent saving there. So yeah, I've basically saved myself £4 by buying these in Turkey. So like I said, the savings are mounting up. This is the Nako Sport. I just did moss stitch with this. I could have done with 3 balls really, but it's nice, it's soft. It was kind of itchy for my hands because it's wool. But yeah, it was totally fine. It's pretty nice. It worked up well. I think that is pretty much everything for the European south side. So we ventured out towards the Galata Tower. You've probably seen the footage. Somebody tried to bloody scam us there. The brush dropping man tried to scam us there. But did we pick up his brush? No. No, we didn't. We saw him scamming some other people. So, like, anyway, right, so there's a guy that, like, walks up and down near the Galata Tower. He's a shoe shine guy, and he drops his brush, and then he ropes you in as a tourist, and then he gives you a sob story and tries to convince you to give him money. So we saw some, like, I think they were, like, Canadians that were in the middle of being scammed by him. So we're, like, walking past going, scammer. But yeah, I don't know if they were giving him money or whatnot, but then we were walking back down towards to get the metro back to the hotel, and we walked past him and he dropped his brush and we were like, nope, not falling for it. So we didn't. But anyway, like around that time we had been to another shop which I didn't film in there because it wasn't in the middle of a tourist area, and it was quite intimidating because it was literally just somewhere where you did not find any tourists whatsoever. And there's us two who live in the UK walking around in t-shirts because 16 degrees to us is like a British summer. Just sticking out like sore thumbs. So yeah, I got 4 balls of this. This was, I believe, 40 Turkish lira each for this. This is Ali's Angora Gold Simli. So that little simli bit. So it's 75% acrylic, 20% wool, and then it's got like a metallic fibre going through it. It's 100 grams and it's 500 meters. So this is really thin. So it's like a sport weight, like a sock weight. So I bought 4 of those. So that cost me £5.12 for 4 of those. If I want to buy this in the UK, the cheapest I could find this was £4. So I mean, basically for like 1 1/4 of the price of what I'd pay in the UK, I got 4 of them. So I've got 2,000 meters of this fuzzy sparkly stuff to, like, I'm going to mix it in with something else. I'm going to kind of like crochet to give it a bit of fuzz, etc. I haven't decided what that will be, but as soon as I find out what it is, I'm probably going to tutorial it for you. But yeah, it's just something nice to have in my stash. One thing I'm going to also talk about, so we're now going to move on to the yarn that I bought in Kudakoi, which is on the Asian side. So we got the ferry over, we used the Istanbul cart, got the ferry over, and then we found, oh my god, right, so we found, let me just read it because it's hard for me to remember these things. So Yun Evi Errol Textile. This shop is just like, it's fabulous. So the atmosphere was fabulous. The people were so helpful. The gentlemen, I think that where they store the yarn, it's like, it's not in the shop where they store it. They have got stuff stored in the shop, but they kind of like, you know, they had to go out on several occasions because I bought a lot there. Okay, I'm not going to get it all out of the packets, but I'm going to hold the packets up, okay? And I'm also going to explain what tutorials will be coming up from my channel. So I bought 15 balls of this really, really chunky Nako spaghetti. I believe it's 60 meters per ball. Right, so this is for, I'm going to do a tutorial. So I had made a pizza blanket previously for my brother. I showed you it in the Everything I've Ever Made crochet video. And I've had people like message me and stuff on Instagram. They're like, oh my god, how do you make one of those? And all a pizza blanket is, it's just a circle going round and round and round. And I thought, well, I'd quite fancy a pizza blanket for myself. You know, my other half would probably appreciate a pizza blanket because when you fold them up, it looks like a pizza slice. It's great. So I've got 15 of these. Now these cost, let me just get to the page. There's a whole page dedicated to this one. Okay, so the Nako spaghetti, it was 43 Turkish lira each, which is roughly £1.10. So I got it in yellow, I got it in some red, and I got some brown for the pizza crust. So altogether that cost me £25.30. If I wanted to buy this in the UK, this would have cost me £46. So I've basically saved like 21 quid by buying this in Turkey, okay? So that is a tutorial that's coming up. So I got it in the yellow, I got it in a brown colour, and I got it in red. So like, subscribe if you want to see that tutorial on how to make a pizza blanket. Yes, there are patterns out there, but when I made the pizza blanket for my brother, I didn't use a pattern. I just have knowledge of how to crochet in a circle continuously and then do it again for pepperonis. Right, it has been a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie, very like shortly after I filmed the first part of that haul, I got the worst flu of my life. So we came back like 3rd week in February, and like I think it was, actually you know what, it must have been a couple of weeks after, but so ill, so ill. I had influenza B and I ended up having to go to hospital. I had a chest infection, but I'm fine now. So let's crack on with the rest of the haul, shall we? So fast forward like 3-4 weeks later, when it's actually like taken me time to recover, I'm going to continue with this haul. So apologies it's taken so long. It's affected me being able to get the actual like vlog out as well. So apologies, I was really unwell, but you know, I've got to like be healthy before I can do this, because you would not have liked me to have vlogged when I was full of flu. It looked horrendous. Okay, I was a mess. Anyway, so you've noticed I'm waving around this Nako Vega stripe. Okay, so this is for a project. So if you like ACOTAR, or if you like A Court of Mist and Fury, you know, Court of Thorns and Roses, there is a project I have in mind which is going to use all of these colours. Okay, so this will be for like the panel at the back of that cardigan. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you're going to love this. Okay, if you want something a little bit different, springtimey themed, you're going to love this, and I'm going to get that tutorial up as soon as I can. I've just got a few little tutorials I've got to get up beforehand. So my next video is going to be a basket weave hexagon cardigan, which is using this Nako Lucas Minos, which was from the beginning of this haul, because in the time I was poorly, I was able to like do little bits of crochet when I was feeling better. So that one's coming next. I actually put something up on TikTok. Where is it? I put up literally just like a few seconds video of this. I was working on this pattern and I thought, can I turn this into something that's 6-sided and turn it into a hexagon? And then I literally just put a little video, like it was probably about 10 seconds on TikTok. And I mean, I've not really been like a techie like TikTok using person, but like the last 3 things I've put up on TikTok, they've gained me like a couple 100 followers. So I was like, okay, right, I'm going to start posting more on there. So if you're not already following me on TikTok, jump over there, because I'm going to start posting a lot more there. So this will be the tutorial after the basket weave cardigan, but I already have everything for this. Okay, and after that, that's when we're going to jump into the spring coat. I'm gonna like, you're gonna love this. I've got the pattern already like in my head / like crocheted up in one colour, just because I was, you know, I was poorly, I didn't want to work on my proper projects, etc. So that's what this is for. And as well as this, because this it's kind of a mix between like a 3-weight and a 4-weight. It's quite thick. It's not exactly like a DK, it's a little bit thicker, but it's fine. I can mix DKs and Aran weights, because if I want poofy flowers, for example, this is much better for making the poofiness of the flowers. So this is 100% a premium acrylic. This one here, so if you want this in the UK, it does come in various colours. It's £5. So I've got 2 balls of this. One of them's like stored with the rest of the stuff. My crazy neighbours are outside again. It's £5 each, and I was like, hell no. Okay, I mean, I just saw it in the shop and thought perfect. So this in Turkey was 48 Turkish lira, which is about roughly at the time, because exchange rates vary, it was £1.23 at the time. I got 2 of them, so it was £2.46. And then following on from this, because these colours were absolutely perfect for what I wanted them for, I got 10 balls, so 2 of each colour of, I've got my vacuum bag here. So these were all 40 Turkish lira. So the various things, they're all DK, all 100% premium acrylic, just like various measurements of yarn in each ball. So we've got Nako Elite Baby, which is 100 grams, 250 meters. None of these have shade names on them, but it's colour 10,001. So I got 2 of those, so all 40 Turkish lira, which is roughly at the time £1.02. So it was like £10.20-ish, okay, for these 10 balls. So 2 of these colour, 2 of that colour, 2 of this absolutely gorgeous Nako Reco, which is also 100% premium acrylic. Like, my light's like making the label so shiny. This is colour 4515, which is like a winey, purpley, like cabaret type of colour. It's beautiful. So that will make some stunning flowers. Okay, so 2 of those. And then I got, this one's like an Aran. This one's slightly thicker, like a 4-weight. So this is 195 meters. It is, where is it? Nako Bison. So that one's a bit thicker, perfect for making poofy flowers. So that one will be used probably in that same item. So 2 of those. And then I got I'm just obsessed with peach, honestly. I don't know if I'm going to use this colour in that cardigan because it's not, well, it's not really in that ball of like the Vega stripe one, but I wanted it anyway. But I could perhaps do some flowers in this colour. So this is Beeb 100, colour number 12991, and it's got, where's the measurements? Apologies if I'm not doing this in yards, but like I don't work in yards. All you've got to do is just add 10% on to whatever the meterage is. So for example, this is 360 meters. It doesn't actually have yards on here. So you would just add like 36 onto that. So it will be like 390 yards, okay? So whatever I'm saying in meters, just add 10% onto that and that's your yards, okay? So this pretty colour here, which is like a muted down version of what I'm using for the basket weave cardigan, but absolutely stunning. I could probably do like a spring court flavoured, I was going to say flavoured, a spring court themed scarf. I do have a scarf, I think I told you about it. I'm going to do it in corals and navy blues, so they've got all my blues, so that with some of those in a scarf, like you might think, no, that's not going to go, like I promise you it's going to go. I saw a chair in TK Maxx that was like navies and light blues and peaches, and the colours were stunning, but the chair was £500, so a little bit out of my price range, but I can have a scarf that colour. So I got 2 of those, Beeb 100s, and there should be one more colour floating around in here. There should be, I say this. Oh, there it is. Yeah, one of them's ran off across the room. I got Beeb 100 just in a lighter pink. So this is shade 12990. Did I not already say that one? I don't know. Anyway, this one is, did I just say 360 meters, so approximately 390 yards, 100 grams, very squishy, very nice. So that's 10 balls of that plus the 2 striped ones, which I'm going to use for a cardigan. So excited about that. I'm just going to put these back into this vacuum bag, and then I'll get the next one for you. Okay, so really pleased with those. £10.20. So if I wanted them each, those ones there that I've, the 10 that I've just put away, they'd be roughly £2 in the UK. So I've saved myself a tenner basically. This one, right, next one, this is Nako Senate, so beautiful green colour. I was really drawn to this green colour. I just absolutely, like, I love it. I saw it. It was one of the first things I noticed when I went in, and I was like, I have to make something in this colour. So I got 10 of these. This is not 100% acrylic. Where is it? It's colour number 181. And they are, let's have a look at the thickness. So it's like DK weight. It's quite... yeah, like DK. It's not thicker than DK. It's like a nice DK. It's not the softest, but it does contain 25% wool and 75% acrylic. It's 270 meters, so like it's roughly 300 yards approximately. So yeah, it's like, it's not exactly scratchy, and sometimes I struggle with the scratchiness of wool, but I have a feeling that if I made myself something with this, then it's like, it doesn't feel as scratchy as the Nako Sport that I just crocheted into a scarf. So it's nice. I love the colour so much, and I will absolutely make something with this. And it could be, you know, those scarves that have like ribbed sleeves at the end of them. It might be that I just make like an intricate stitch design with this, because I want to experiment more with stitches. Anyway, so this one, if I want to buy this in the UK, it is £3 per ball, which I would expect for something that contains wool. But in Turkey it was 43 Turkish lira, which is approximately £1.02 at the time. So it was like £10.20 to get myself 10 balls of this. So absolute steal, and yes, I will be making something very beautiful with that. Okay, on to the next one. So I'm not sure where the other one's gone. I think it's like hidden amongst all of the rest of the balls of yarn that are down there. So this is Yarn Art Olympia. Okay, so I got this in the same shop as the rest of these. I know that there was a big yarn art shop in the top corner near the Grand Bazaar in you know, the whole like wool land, but this one was from the Asian side, so in this shop. So Yarn Art Olympia, it's 80% acrylic, it's 20% wool. I have been stalking this on Knitting Network in a slightly different colour, but when I saw them in person, like, I was like, this is spot on, this is perfect, this is what I want. I got 2 balls of this. It's only 100 meters per ball, so like, you know, 110-ish yards approximately. It's in colour 1412, And this one, so let me just find it, it's £3.30 on Knitting Network. So in the UK, roughly £3.30. It's 65 Turkish lira, which is approximately, at the time, because remember this was like in February when I went, it was £1.67 per ball. And I would like to make myself a nice hat. Like, I feel like it looks like almost cartoony. And like I would rather pay £1.67 than £3.30 to make myself a pretty hat with this. So that was a really good saving. So yeah, pleased with that. I'll probably do like maybe a TikTok hat or something with this in the not too distant future, because in the UK it's probably going to get cold around about like October time, which is actually not that far away. So yeah, that's that one. Let's go on to the next one, which I love. Right, so the next one is this one, Nako Vals. Okay, this is like my second favourite yarn of the haul. My first one being the one that I'm currently making the basket weave on, which is propping this up. So the Lux Minos, the Lux Minos was my favourite one in the neon coral, and this is a very, very like close second, this one. So Nako Vals, this was, okay, so it's £5 if you want to buy it in the UK, which is like really expensive. Considering I bought 11 of these, that should have cost me £55. However, it was each 55 Turkish lira, which is £1.40, so £1.40 per ball. So the details of this, the colour is 87562. It is 240 meters per ball. Doesn't have the yardage, so it's around about 265-ish approximately yards. And these colours, right, so if you can see, can I get you any closer up, will it? Just put my ring light there. So the colours, it ranges, let me grab another one. There's blacks, there's oranges, there's dark pinks, fuchsia pinks, purples. It's stunning, like it's proper stunning. I do regret there was so many colours of these that were found in various shops, and there was one that was like pinks and purples, and like it kind of looked like fairy tale colours, and I wish I'd got that one, like those as well. So with me getting 11 of these, where is it? It was £15.40 for me to get 11 of these, and considering in the UK I would have paid £55 for the same amount of like balls of yarn. That's like I could have got like 11 of the other colour, and like that would have still been less than what I'd pay for 11 of these in the UK. However, we live, we learn, and we're going back to Turkey next February because obviously I need more yarn. And by the time I've got all of the ideas out of my head, I will have run out of yarn. It just takes a lot of time to get each item like done and finished and vlogged and videoed, etc. Actually, I do a lot of things that I don't even video, you know. I should really start, you know, uploading more of the things that I do. Anyway, right, so yes, this is like my absolute favourite. Wanted this. It reminds me of Hobby Universe that they did at Halloween, except Hobby Universe at Halloween had like a metallic lurex going through it, and I didn't manage to snag any when it was reduced after Halloween, and I was proper gutted. So when I saw this, I was so excited. So this, I think, if I'm going to do anything for like a Court of Mist and Fury, this might have a place in that project. However, there's the next yarn I'm going to show you could also have a place in that project. So let me just grab that. So this is, right, 10 balls of Yarn Art Melody. This is in like the shimmery red colour. So let me just show you. It's spun differently. I don't know if it's called chain spun. I'm trying to like learn all the different types of yarn. Will it focus on there? I don't know. It's quite thick, but at the same time it's like light and fluffy. So it says that it needs it says bulky 5 weight, but it's, I think if you stretch it, it'll be kind of DK. Anyway, it's nice. It's really soft. It's got a halo. It's very comparable to Metallico from Hobby, which I already have some. I got some off my other half when he went to Germany last year, and I've still not used it yet because I'm waiting to get like a white colour of this, which I'm really kicking myself because I didn't pick up like the creamy white colour in this, which I really wanted to. I did get one gold, so there's one gold of this, so altogether there's like 11 balls. This is the 11th, and I got 10 of these. Let me just read its details. It's 9% wool, it's 21% acrylic, and it's 70% polyamide. It's 100 grams, it's 230 meters. The cost of it, this was 87 Turkish liras each, which is £2.23 like at the time. If you want to buy this in the UK, it's £4 per ball. So altogether I spent £24.53 on these 11 balls. So there's if you shop on Ice Yarns, Rockstar is the closest thing you're going to get to this. Rockstar is like, it's basically Hobby Metallico Rockstar, but not all of it's always in stock, so I'm like on a waiting list for the white one to come back into stock, because I've got pink ones and black ones, and I need pink, black and white to make my project with the hobby yarn, which I will, don't worry, I'll film it for you, I'll tutorial it, don't worry. But I've got some darker colours for darker projects, so 10 of these. And then, like I said, this is for lettering, so I wanted something really goldy and stand outy, and it's so difficult to find this in the UK. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my god. I don't think I'll need any more than one ball of it, at least not until like the next time I get back to Turkey, which, you know, countdown to February starts now. So yeah, that will be for like embroidery / lettering, which I really want to try more of on my channel. So yeah, 10 of those, all extra squishy in this bag. Really pleased with that. Let's see what else I got. Got myself some Nako Sultan. This is really soft. It kind of looks roving, but it's not. Anyway, so this is the ombre. It's if I just pull that out, it's like DK weight. Yeah, it's not much thicker than a DK all the way through, at least it doesn't look like it is. So it's lovely gradient. It's like basically like one shawl in one ball, depending on the stitch. I don't know if there's actually a pattern inside of it. Let me have a look. No, there's no pattern inside of it. However, I'm probably just going to do whatever the hell I made up for the shawl that I showed you, which was like the beige, the whitey, beigey, caramelly, and then into grey. So it does have, I think that's virus stitch on there, but I don't want to do virus stitch. I want to do I could use this to tutorial that shawl that I just showed you before. So anyway, 100% premium acrylic. Like I said, there's 480 meters, so it's like basically 530 like yards approximately. Like, the math is not mathing today. If it is mathing, I'd be very surprised because I've not really had enough coffee. Anyway, so that's that one. The prices for this one, 200 Turkish lira for this, which is roughly £5.12 at the time. I don't actually have a UK price for this because I was searching for it online and I couldn't find it, but I'm guessing if it's anything like yarn art, like flowers, whatnot, if it was going to be sold in the UK, it's probably going to be in the price range of £7 to £10. So yeah, I've just got one of those, and that's for my shawl, which is probably when it gets a bit colder, I'll tutorial with this one. But yeah, that's that one. There is another one or two that I need to show you. There's like a novelty one. Let me just grab it. Okay, so I didn't even get this out of the packet just yet. I just remember, I don't know like if you'll have seen during like the video, I think it's at a point just before I stopped filming, because the man in the shop was like, obviously you've seen somebody walk in, grab like 2 baskets and then start like filling the baskets up. So he wanted to show me everything, this like sweet little old man. So this is Ghazal Teddy. I've never encountered Ghazal yarn before. I've seen it, I've seen other YouTubers like Bag a Day talk about it. But I don't even, oh, it's so soft. Oh my god, that is really soft. Let me just pull one of these out. Oh my god, it feels like when I hug Sneaky. So Ghazal Teddy, it is, oh, the squish, like the actual, it's so nice. I don't even know what this is comparable to. Let me just grab a strand. So it's like white and pink together. It is so soft. It's so freaking soft. There's 5 balls of this. How much was this? And let me just look through here. So Ghazal Teddy, 65 Turkish liras each. Oh right, so which is £1.67-ish back, you know, when I actually bought it. So if you want to buy this in the UK, it's £4.50. Okay, so that is quite the saving. So I spent £8.33 on these 5 balls, and right, let's have a look. Oh, it's got an Oco-Tex there. 60% polyamide, 40% merino wool. There is 150 meters and each ball is 50 grams, and oh, it's just, oh my god, that is so nice. Oh, it smells like wool shop. Oh my god. Oh, if anybody who watches me has ever been to like Black Sheep Wools, which is in Warrington, it's about like, I think it's about an hour's drive from me. Like when you walk into that shop, that's what it smells like. It must be the merino wool. Oh, it smells so nice. I'm going to put it back in the packet to like preserve it, but yeah, oh my god, that is so nice. It says 2 weight, which it's kind of like 2/3, because it's like 1 thin strand of pink and 1 like fat strand of white together. So I don't even know how to get this back into here. I'm going to have to squish it. Oh, I'm ripping the packet now. But that is absolutely stunning. I did actually see Barbie yarn, which kind of looked similar. And I know that Bag a Day on her channel had like, I think she'd got some Barbie yarn at some point. And was showing you, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, I've seen that on YouTube. But I didn't buy any of that. But the man was like, oh, this is really good. You know, take this, it's really good. And I mean, he wasn't kidding. That's really nice. So it calls for a 2.5 to a 3mm hook, which yeah, like I can't wait to. I don't think it's going to need much of an intricate stitch for this. I wouldn't want to use it for a gappy stitch. I'd want it to be like a close stitch. So maybe something like, I don't know, moss stitch, or yeah, something maybe basket weave. Or I wonder what it would be like if I did waffle stitch with this. I wonder if it's possible. Like that to me is like going to be like an amazing scarf. So I don't think I've got enough to make a hat, but never mind. So that was Teddy Gazal. I think that's it. Let me just check that was it. Okay, there is one more. So when we came out of what's it called, like the Yun Textile, I'm so bad with names, especially if they're not in English, like with place names. So when we came out of like the first big shop where I've bought all of like these Naccos, and there was a sleeping cat, and you know, this was like 6 weeks ago, so my memory's so bad. So we came out of there, we walked across the street, and there was like a not so good wool shop, and then we walked around the corner. Let me just put the name of this shop that we went to, and I got these. So this shop, this is where I got these. Now I don't know why that one's coming apart. This is Papatia, love Papatia Cake Silver. So it's like, can you see, it's got all this, like, my light's really picking this up now, so it's got all the sparkles. So I got 6 of these. It's proper DK weight there, and it kind of varies from like purple to orange, and I just thought that it was really striking. So this one, let's get into the details of this. Obviously made in Turkey because it's Papatia. It calls for a 4mm hook. This like is just sliding off here. It's 150 grams, it's 540 meters, it's 590 yards, it's 95% acrylic, and it's 5% polyester. So ooh, you can get free patterns. There's no pattern on the inside, but hey, that's like the 21st century. We got QR codes to get to patterns. So I got 6 of these. Okay, so the prices for this, I think it's on the next page. Yes, right, so these were 76 Turkish lira each, which is approximately £1.95. If you want to buy these in the UK, they are £6 each. So I have saved myself just over £4 per ball for these. I spent £11.70 on 6 balls of these. So £11.70. So normally for like a regular granny stitch hexagon cardigan for me, it will take around about 1800 approximately meters. Like for Barbie cardigan, for example, that was approximately 1800 meters worth of yarn. So I've got 6 of these, which is 540 meters. So I've got more than enough yarn to make myself a hexagon cardigan with this, and that is just like so exciting. It'll be, you know, it'll be like quite a conversational piece with these colors, but I'm really excited for that. And I think that's pretty much like everything I got from Turkey. So yeah, I can't think of anything else. I mean, you probably don't want to see the handbags and stuff that I got, plus I've given them away to family. So we did like haggle down for like a Dior handbag for my mother. We haggled down for another Dior tote bag for my sister. If you go in there for things like, you know, like all the knockoff gear, like all the knockoff trainers, handbags, you can have a good haggle for handbags. Like if you're kind of outside, do not buy them inside the Grand Bazaar, they will rip your eyes out. Okay, you pay about 3 times the price. So if you buy in handbags, there's Mahmut Pasha. So that's like where the main, like that's a big shopping bit, and just off the side of Mahmut Pasha there is the beacon for the wool. If you've seen my vlog, I show you the beacon for the wool land. So that's one of the best shopping streets for getting your bargains for handbags and stuff. Oh right, you probably want to know the street value of the wool and what I've saved, so let's have a look at this. So I had saved up £200 as my budget for the yarn for this trip. Okay, so that was like, it didn't include food, blah blah blah, everything else was separate. So this was my yarn budget. So my yarn budget, after saving up for a while, and bearing in mind I have got projects for each and every piece of yarn that I've bought, so there are projects in mind for everything, for tutorials, etc. Okay, so my budget was £200 and I spent £191, okay? Now, slight disclaimer, so other half was giving me £100 for my birthday. So technically I spent £91, okay? But altogether it was £191 on yarn, which you're like, oh my god, that's a lot of yarn. There was 149 balls of yarn. So if you think 149 balls of yarn at £191, that works out at £1.28 per ball. So like if you wanted to like change it into dollars, it's roughly like £1.40 per ball of yarn or per skein of yarn, okay? And that sort of just averaged out over all of them. So not forgetting there was like yarn art, flowers, alpaca, etc, etc. So if you took things like those out, which were just slightly more expensive, then it probably would have been less per ball. But yeah, I'm like really happy with that. So 149 balls at £1.28 per ball, yes please. So my saving was £207, because the street value of all of the yarn was £398, okay? So if I had tried to buy all of this yarn in the UK, it would have cost me £398, and then there would have been shipping costs on top of that. So shipping costs, like, because you cannot walk into a shop in the UK and buy this. I've never seen this in any of the yarn shops that I've been in. If you do know a yarn shop that has this, please let me know, because I will drive there immediately. So yeah, £398 street value of the yarn. I spent 191, saving 207. So like, I'm just overly chuffed with that. So if you are thinking of going to Istanbul, like if you just want to visit the city, yes, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Fantastic city. Keep your wits about you, because there are a few scammers. So if you watched my vlog, I talk about like the restaurant that tried to overcharge us, the guy that drops his brush. So there are people that try to scam you when you're at like the Istanbul cart machines. Like that's the cards for using buses, using ferries, using trams. There are people that will hang around and try and help you, then demand money for helping you. So just like watch a few TikToks, watch a YouTube tutorial on like using those things before you go and do it. And you can press the button for English, you can press the button for like whatever language you want. So they're not too difficult to navigate. So just keep your wits about you and you won't be scammed. You know, we didn't buy like too much of anything else. I think I bought like 2 or 3 handbags, like Dior and Chanel. Didn't end up getting myself some trainers. I just, you know, when I wanted Balenciaga pink trainers, and I didn't end up getting any because we went into a couple of shops and they wanted £100, and I was like, pounds, not lira, you want £100 for these? I'm not paying that. So yeah, I'm not disappointed that I didn't get them, because like I wasn't there to buy myself things that were like, you know, already made. I was there to buy myself yarn. I was there to buy yarn for all of the tutorials that I have planned, like my little secret book that has about 30 projects in it that I want to make. So like, I mean, my interests are things like ACOTAR, and I love reading. I like House of the Dragon. I want to make things that like are interesting, which are like themed on things that I read, things that I watch. So if you like things like that, then stay tuned. There are some really nice garments that I have planned, that I have drawn, that I've coloured in, etc. But it's in my book of secrets, so I'm not going to show you my book of secrets. I think I did show you part of my book of secrets in my Barbie cardigan thing, when I'd drawn out the Barbie cardigan one. So yeah, so every single thing I've bought, there will be something either on TikTok or there will be something on maybe Instagram. I need to get used to using Instagram. But yes, there are plans for everything. So like over the next few months, like just enjoy the content pour in from everything that you've seen in this haul. So if you made it this far into the haul, like thank you very much. Any comments that you have about the yarn, about the vlog, if you've watched the vlog, just pop them down below. If you have any questions, you know, pop those down below as well. I'll try to answer them as best I can. If you're not following me yet on TikTok, hop over to TikTok, give me a follow, because I'm going to start posting more content over there. I would really appreciate if you would subscribe, if you could like this video, if you could share it as well, share it with fellow yarn lovers, because look at all the balls of yarn, look at all of this. So yes, it's all much appreciated, and the more the channel grows, the more I can take you to other places to look for yarn. That being said, we're just about to embark on a few days in Wales. So if you like saw me on Facebook in one of the crochet groups asking like, have you got any suggestions on where to go in Wales, thank you so much for those suggestions. I'm going to take those and run with them, or drive there with them even, because we're going to head like around Cardiff, Swansea, around the south coast of Wales for a few days. So that's going to be so much fun. I also do have, so let me know, last year in the summer, me and other half went off to Scotland, and I did vlog some of the yarn shops around Scotland, namely in like Aberdeen, Montrose, I think we went to Perth, etc. I've just not compiled all the footage and turned it into a vlog, so if you want to see that vlog, then let me know. I'm more than happy to compile it together. It just seems that it was so long ago, I was like, do people even want this now? It's like old. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that, because I got like a really nice blanket as well. I don't think I put it in any other videos, but yeah, there's some good footage there. So if you want me to put that together and then whack it up on YouTube, then I will quite happily do that. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, which will be this cardigan, which I've just unraveled. Damn. Anyway, bye.